right here. I'm going to work through my Science of Stretch for Tai Chi and Bagua. I'm not going to work through the whole thing tonight, but I'm going to work through part of it because it's been a while since I practiced it, and I'm going to start teaching again. So here we go. I'll have the link to this in the notes. So I'm going to spend a few moments establishing breathing. What I want you to do is get into a comfortable position. You can sit on a chair, it doesn't matter. Straight back. Relax your diaphragm. Just relax a little bit, and then I want you to breathe in through your nose. Just start breathing into your nose and out your mouth. Just for right now, just sort of take a natural breath and observe about how long you're doing. So let's just do a couple of breaths. Okay, now in a few moments, I'm going to start doing a 4 count for intake, but an 8 count for out. This will help us to slow down our nervous system, get into parasympathetic nervous system, and reduce the reflex response. So in to a count of 4, out for a count of 8, starting now at 1, 2, 3, 4, and out 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale to a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now continue that in for 4 and out for 8. When you exhale for a longer time than you inhale, you tend to emphasize the parasympathetic nervous system, which will calm you down. We're going to be doing some things that are uncomfortable, and you're telling your nervous system, this thing that I'm doing that is abnormal, it's okay. So you're taking control of your autonomic nervous system. We're doing that through breath work. 5 breaths a minute is a good count, a ratio of 4 to 8 when we're trying to do deep flexibility, a ratio of 6 to 6 when you're in a yoga class. Those are good rules of thumb right there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do some circle walking. This is to get our spine warmed up, and also it's really good for, well, it's good for loosening the spine. It's a minor shake. Let's see. I'm going to be taking a tight circle around the mushroom. So I'm going to have my feet parallel. I'm going to step forward with the inside foot, tuck. So I'm going to push my sacrum down and tuck my hips under, lift my hands and twist and just, actually the hands are not important. So let's just do this. Let's put our hands just on our hip. And then I'm going to step around and look over my shoulder into the center. So I find it weird to do this without my arms, but since I'm asking you to do it without your arms, you can do it without your arms. I'm going to go ahead and actually add arms just to accentuate the twist. So I'm trying to twist my whole spine. All right, now go ahead and just face the mushroom, face the center, turn around, and go the opposite direction. And we can do a lot more with this. We could do mud stepping and so on, but right now, just walking around in a circle, looking over your shoulder is a good way to do a very minor shake on your spine. So your spine is engaged and you're moving. Notice I'm stepping a little bit. That minor stepping loosens things up. Okay, now, I'll keep the mushroom here for right now because I like it. We're going to do 2 different kinds of dynamic squats. We're just warming up our body, getting blood flow. So step with your feet slightly wider than hip width apart, your feet turned out. All right. Reach up to the sky, reach up, look up, and then come down, down, down. Cross your hands. Put your head forward, and then come up, up, reach up, reach up, reach up, look up, and then come down, 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 down. And we call these moon squats. Okay, let's do a variation. Let's do something slightly different. Now, reach up like you're holding a ball. Twist the ball up. Push your hands up and back. Your hands should be in front of you. Look up, straighten your legs, don't lock it out. Now grab some peaches, make a baby's fist, maybe your thumb, grab some peaches. Monkey grabs peaches from the tree. Throw the peaches in the barrel. Lift a ball, push with your feet. Tuck your tailbone. Look up, spread your hands, and then come on down. Grab a peach, throw the peaches in the basket. Okay, grab a ball, lift the ball. And come on down one more time. Sit here for just a moment. Let's go ahead and come up. I'm not going to do 3 rounds, I'm just going to do 1 round. All right, now we're going to continue with stretching our back and maybe the backs of our legs. All right, so I'm going to go at a bit of 45-degree angle so you can see this. I've done this one many times. I'm going to stand with my feet hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider, but about a hip width apart. Feet parallel. Bend my knees. I'm going to try to get my rib cage on my thighs and lean forward. Just let my spine melt down. So imagine you're extending the top of your head, the fontanelle, to the floor. Just let things relax. Alexa, 5-minute timer. You know, it occurs to me, I don't know what the time for this pose is. I'm just going to go ahead and do what I just did. Remember your breathing. Into a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and out to a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the first principle. Breathe to relax. As you go into a pose longer and longer, your muscles are going to start to speak to you. They're going to ask you to stop doing that because you're doing something that you're not used to doing. You breathe to relax, to say to your nervous system, it's okay. So you're switching off the autopilot and turning on the manual control of your body. The breath work helps because you're taking 5 breaths a minute. That's coherent breathing if the breaths are symmetrical, but since we're doing 4-8 breathing, you're actually downregulating your sympathetic nervous system and upregulating your parasympathetic nervous system. So breathe to relax. Wet noodle. As much as possible, let everything just relax. There are going to be cases where you have to do things like locking out your arm or whatever. There are techniques that we'll talk about as we go throughout these poses for learning how to relax. For this pose, you might put your bum against the wall. Notice my knees are bent. That's fine. If you want, you can straighten them out. The next principle is time. Passive tension over time. It takes a while for you to calm your nervous system down and for the muscles to really let go.
2 to 5 minutes. 2 minutes is where you're starting to get some effect. Possibly sooner than that, but 2 minutes is definitely sufficient to start. 5 minutes, much more than that, probably diminishing returns. Probably better to go to a second pose rather than staying in the first pose. My only exception to that is hip stuff, and specifically definitely any kind of split work, either front splits or side/box splits. Some of the poses we do are yoga poses, but we're not practicing yoga. We're practicing deep flexibility, different intention. So where in yoga you might engage your arms, you might, for example, do a lateral rotation of your arms to make a down dog an active pose. We do the opposite here because we're trying to find the least amount of effort to allow our bodies to relax and let gravity do the work. So related to that is we're looking for the feels, not the looks. This isn't how good your pose is. This is where are you feeling it, and are you stretching what you want to be stretching? And generally speaking, we try to emphasize the muscle bodies right in the center. Alexa, stop. Now to come out of this, you really stretch your lower back. So put your hands on your knees. I'm serious about this. Push your knees forward to lower your back. Get your bum closer to your feet and then push with your feet up and your hands so that you're not using especially your back or any muscles that were being stretched. All right. So next we're going to do is just stretch our back to the sky. So good counter to this from my hands. Now you can put your hands like this if you want, or like this on your back, feet parallel, but just arch your back. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna suggest we do this instead. Now this is normally a seated pose, but I'm gonna go do it standing. So okay, I'm gonna push my arms back to pinch my shoulder blades. I'm gonna tuck my chin and push my fontanelle up. Tuck my tailbone, so I'm working on my second bow in Tai Chi. And then I'm going to attempt to push my breastbone up without looking up. That is really helping a spot on my back here. That's really good. All right. I'm going to do cliffhanger. For cliffhanger, since I do not have a wall handy, I will do the other version of cliffhanger, bricks. I'm going to go tall after. So if you have a wall, put your hands on the wall and let your chest drop. But when you don't have a wall, find a floor. Elbows on some elevated thing. Let your head rest, and then hands together in prayer pose, and bring your thumbs to between your shoulder blades.
Now I'm going to go a little bit higher. And Alexa, 3-minute timer. This is a nice one to do for even longer, but we'll do 3 right now.
There's a spot where it doesn't. There we go. That's better. Alexa, stop.
All right, so let's come out of the pose. Put your forearms down in front of you. And just push up a little bit so to counteract that. All right, now I'm going to give you a pad for this next thing. I'm going to face you doing this. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay on our stomach and cross our arms this way and hold it, and cross our arms this way and hold it. So let's do that. My feet are going to be kicked up on the back of the couch. That's completely fine. It's not about the feet at all. So you put the right hand in front of the left hand. Then I'm going to sneak the hands over opposite each other. I would like to have at least my elbows in front of each other like this, but if you go a little bit further, even nicer. And here we go. Alexa, 3-minute timer, and chin down, and then just relax. This is pulling your shoulder blades apart and stretching between your shoulder blades, among other things. back to your breathing if you've forgotten it. In for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale. Breathe to relax. Everything that you can let know. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. You should feel some passive tension between your shoulder blades, and hopefully that'll over time relax your shoulders. If your elbows don't go in front of each other, you got to work with where you're at. Hey, Chesh. Sorry. Maybe you need to put a pillow under your chest to be able to hold this pose. Completely fine. Find props to help you balance and hold the pose. As long as you're feeling the stretch, in this case, hopefully you might be feeling it between your shoulder blades. Alexa, stop. Okay, I'm going to push up with my stomach and bring my arms in, and I'm going to switch them. Now, by the way, you might just want to relax just for a few seconds here. Okay, now let's go to the other side. And this time my left arm is in front of my right, and I'm going to slide them opposite. Chin over arm, and here we go. Alexa, 3-minute timer. Alexa, 3-minute timer. It takes getting used to be able to talk with your chin like this, but it even takes a while to get used to breathing like this, but it does get better. Sorry, just to make your jaw there. Alexa, stop. Oh. Okay, let's integrate this. I'm gonna do this in a kneeling position, but you can certainly do this in a standing position. Okay. All right. So for this next one, I need a chair, and given, I'm just going to do this like so. I do believe I want to have my shoes off for this because I don't want these to slide. Okay, yeah. So for my dog, I'm going to put my feet wider than I normally would for a down dog. Alexa, 3-minute timer. Now, I do this one with elevation. Some people do this with their hands on the ground. I can reach my hands to the ground, but I want to target between my shoulders. So if you're feeling it between your shoulders and you're on the ground, wonderful. If not, try elevating a little bit. Alexa, stop. Okay, that was pretty good. All right. This next one, I'm going to do a version of this called block. So we're going to do block bridge. Excuse me, chest. Am I doing bridge? No, I'm doing noodle, not block bridge. I'm sorry. Pardon me, buddy. All right. So what I'm going to do is like bridge, except it's noodle. So I'm going to take the block and I'm going to align it just below my shoulder blades. A bra, or if you have a bra strap on, that's where it's going to be. And the idea is I'm trying to arch right here. Let's see, I'll do this. Excuse me, Chesh. Thank you. You're not helping. All right. So I'm going to get this pretty high. Oh, that's actually about right. Maybe a little bit lower. All right. And then I'm going to use two of these maybe. Actually, I might use this. Let's see. Is this going to, nope, I can use this. There we go. And then arms like this really accentuate the stretch. Okay, that's pretty good, but I'm not quite balanced. I need to move this way just a touch. Okay, so my foot was touching the couch and that was making me off balance. Okay, here, let's try it again. All right. Josh, not now. Not now. Okay, I'm trying to balance, buddy. Stop. Lay down. Okay. Alexa, 3-minute timer. Alexa, stop. For noodle, I normally roll out of it. Let's see. Ooh, that's okay. That was okay. All right, now shake it out a little bit. Actually, nah, no, we're gonna do shoulder waist. Okay. So just okay. So to shake it out, put your feet parallel and use your feet to start moving your body and let the rest of your body sort of just relax. Just a little bit of this. We're not going to do this very long. Okay, now next thing. Okay, so start by arms parallel and then Turning your body side to side, slowly, very slowly. Okay, now I'm going to stop moving my head, but keep moving my arms so I'm looking straight ahead. Approximately keep my arm. Now I'm going to attempt to move my waist separate or opposite. So I'm twisting my spine, which is a theme throughout, doing a lot of just dynamic spine stuff. So my hips are going opposite my shoulders, approximately. Okay. Okay. Back to the floor, and I'm going to want something for my knees. That should be sufficient. Let's see, how about my feet? How are my feet doing? Okay, they're going to need something as well. I'll do that. That'll be sufficient. Yep, that'll be good. Alexa, 3-minute timer. Now I can pet you because this is not a balancing thing. Hello. Alexa, volume up. It's the feet that need it, not the knees. Did I set a timer? Alexa, how much time is left in the timer? Oh, I had to set a timer. Okay. Alexa, stop. All right. Now, I did side leg last night. I'm going to do so there's an option here, but I'm going to take my socks off, I think, because my feet will slide if I don't. All right. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to need some pads. I think this will be fine. Lay on your back, feet on the floor. lay on your back. Get the brick out from behind your neck. Now I'm going to want a little bit of pillow, so I'm going to use this here for pillow. All right. So you might hook your right foot behind your left knee and take your left hand and put it on the outside of your right leg and twist to the side. You might take your right leg and put it over your left leg. Same thing. And the twisting to the side, lift your leg up and then lean off to the side. Maybe you can twist twice, maybe you can't. Alexa, 3-minute timer. For this pose, you might need to put some pillows under your knees because you can't twist this far over. It took me a while to get to the point where I could twist like this. And also getting your legs double twisted around doesn't matter. There's no bonus points. It's not how it looks, it's how it feels. And what you probably are going to feel is a lot of stretch in your lower back. In this case, I'm getting the right side of my lower back nicely stretched. So all the way from here, which means I'm going to be probably getting the psoas muscle involved in this, maybe just a little bit down to here. Pardon me. Now I'm not pulling with this hand. I am using the weight of the hand to keep the knee over. And I'm hooking the fingers behind just so I don't have to put any effort into doing this. Alexa, stop. Okay. Now come out of this really slow. First of all, let go with your hand. Untwist your legs if they're twisted and slowly come back. And when you get back and lay your back flat on the ground, observe, does one side feel different than the other? So allow your back to relax, the spine relax just straight down. My right side feels higher or thinner off the ground. All right, same thing, other side. So, however you did before, same thing. I'll take my left leg and I'm going to put it over my right. Take my right hand on the outside of my left leg. I'm going to twist over to the side. Let's see. And then lean back. Alexa, 3-minute timer. No, chest, not now. Not on this one. Sorry, not even close. You cannot do that. Sorry, I'm stretching my back way too much. Just stay away. Stay away. Yes? Yeah, I'm stretching. Can I have a couple minutes and I'll be done? Give me like 3 minutes. Right there. That's been the last stretch. Just as well. This is a pretty good distance into the sequence. Stop, whether you're pushing too much, stop. Too much, sorry, buddy. I do not recommend doing this pose without a little more padding than the floor. Should have had my mat, but that's fine. It's not too bad. Alexa, stop. Okay, again, remember, let go. Untwist your legs. I'm going to uncurl my legs entirely, set the foot down, come back, and then back on the floor. And to sort of warm your back up again, slowly move your knees side to side, just washing them back and forth like wiper blades. And if you want to, you might separate your feet and do the same thing, just loosely. All right, well, that's enough for tonight. I've been called away, so have a good evening.